Hi, I'm Kevin Castaneda, and this is Kev's Mindset, where we talk everything finance, investing, mindset, and productivity. And today we're going to be talking about the top 3 stocks that I'm going to be picking up in these next few weeks, and why I'm going to be picking them up, and how much growth they may see in the near and far future. And so we're going to see all of this in this video. Leave a like if you do enjoy, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's hop right into the video. So coming in at number 1, we have Square. Now Square is the company that I've been looking at for quite a while now. However, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to buy Square or if I didn't want to buy Square. And then I did come on to the opportunity of buying CCIV, Coinbase, and Tesla. And so I ended up kind of plowing all my resources into those 3 stocks, as opposed to getting into Square. However, I do think Square is a great option to invest in, and I'm actually really excited to finally get into Square. And so this week I am looking to get into Square at least a little bit, and I'm gonna try and get at least 5% of my portfolio into Square. And that'll be pretty exciting. Honestly, I'm very excited to get into Square, as they have Cash App, which is kind of crazy because I didn't know a lot about Square until I finally started doing a deep dive on them and started learning about them and see why their business is important, what they do, what they don't do. They also compete with the likes of Shopify and making e-commerce stores and making it easier for business owners to transact online, which is very important. And so they're kind of trying to head into all the financial spaces. They're trying to create their first bank so that they can lend money out, they can have their own credit card, they can have their own establishments. And so they're trying to compete with the people, with the likes of JP Morgan. They're trying to compete with Shopify, they're trying to compete with Venmo, they're trying to compete with so many different people. And so it's very important to see this. And so now I am very excited to say that I am going to become a Square investor. Now let's move on to stock number 2. Also, wait, let me just add on really quick here. Square is one of the stocks that are being sold off hard right now. It's at about $217 per share. I'm looking to pick it up at around $205 per share or lower, but 205 I would be very happy picking Square up for around 205, or below 200 it would be ridiculous, and I hope that can happen, but for now I'll be happy with picking it up for about 205 per share. And that's all. Just a reminder, all the stocks on this list, all 3 of these stocks are being sold off pretty hard, and that's allowing me to get a nice buy-in into these stocks. That's making it more of an opportunity, and that's why I'm seizing this opportunity right now instead of waiting for longer. So now we can move into stock number 2. Stock number 2 is Enphase. Now, Enphase is a rather interesting company. It's battling with the likes of Tesla with its solar. However, I do think that it's so, yes, I love Tesla, and yes, I like Enphase now. And I bought about 1% of my portfolios in Enphase. However, I do want to prop that up to 5% as well. And so Enphase is a rather interesting company. Now, they do sell solar products, and they also sell chargers. They sell a lot of things. However, they're very profitable, and they've sold off immensely from about $180 per share now to about $119, $118 per share, and with lows of about $116. But I picked it up at about $118 per share, and it's a rather interesting business model, and I am very excited to add more into it. And so at these prices, as it's had like a 25% turn down in this past week, honestly, in this past week, several weeks, it's sold off quite substantially. And it's very important to take into account when buying a company, how are you really getting it kind of for a bargain, I would say? Are you getting it for a good price? Are you not buying at all-time highs? And that's very important. That's why Square, not at all-time highs, it fell off quite a bit. I'm excited. Now, with Enphase, it sold off quite a bit. I'm excited here. These new numbers are very exciting, and it gives you a lot less risk. When you're buying at the top, you endure a lot more risk buying up there. And so Enphase is another one I'm very interested in, and I'm very excited to add to my position in this coming week. So now we can head on to number 3. So for stock number 3 is a cannabis stock. Now it's Tilray. Now Tilray is a very interesting company, as they recently finally merged with Aphria. And honestly, this merge kind of shows a lot. I think it's about a $3 billion market cap. And it's very interesting as a company, as they obviously they sell cannabis. However, they're not, I think they're undervalued like crazy. They're at about $14.50 per share after hours today, which the day of this recording is May 10th. And it's honestly, it's an interesting business model, although they're not making money. And that's one of the things that worries me about Tilray. However, on the other hand, it's like, okay, yes, I'm worried that they're not making a bunch of money. However, I'm also kind of optimistic about the fact that if the US legalizes on the federal level, then we're going to see a nice upswing. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And that's kind of what I'm betting on and investing on. And I feel like the hopium that we saw when there was the elections going on, regardless of being Republican or Democrat, there was a lot of hopium for the cannabis industry, and that's why everything moved up along cannabis growth, Tilray, Afria, all these companies, they moved up very substantially for long periods of time. But then as the heat kind of cooled down, they started to sell down a bit. And it's a nice price to pick it up right now at about $14.50 per share. I'm trying to get it for about $13 per share, so it's not quite at my price target. However, if it does go under 14, I will add a little bit. I might start nibbling at it, and getting a little bit. And then by the time it's at 13, if I see any downside catalyst after I analyze it a little more this week, like your earnings aren't anytime soon. However, because they already came out, and they missed expectations, and that's kind of nice to see, because in these next few days we might see a substantial sell-off, and that might provide a nice opportunity to buy into Tilray. And so Tilray is my final option. I will also be trying to work that into about 3% of my portfolio, not quite 5%, because I don't believe in it like crazy, but I do want to dip my kind of beak and I want to have a little bit of cannabis in my portfolio. And so I am very excited about adding this position as well. So these are the 3 positions that I will be adding to during this upcoming week and the several upcoming months as well. And so I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and let me know what you think about these stocks. And if you like these stocks, if you invest in these stocks, just let me know what you think, and I will be very appreciative for that. So I do hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe, and remember to leave the comments down below. Also, sign up with Public down below and start investing. Get up to $50 of stock of your choice just for signing up. So I hope you enjoyed, and this was Kev's Mindset. I'll see you in the next one.